At it again. We've got one here with Tim Pool. I was watching one of his lives just the other day, and he said something that I found very, very interesting. One of the things that he said, I've been saying, but then something somebody else said on his show was very, very interesting. No, it was something somebody else said that I had been saying, and what he said was really, really crazy. It was something like that. I can't remember. It was the other day. But I wanted to share this with you guys because this is actually big news, right? This is really big news, actually. And if this is true, allegedly, it's crazy. You guys are going to want to hear about this. So like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and share this with everybody you can. It's the arrow button down below. You click the arrow, it'll say like copy, so you can copy the link and you can literally just text it to a friend. Facebook Messenger, Instagram, you could post it on your own page. You're going to want to hear this, and you're going to want to share it too after you hear it. But let's dive in.
We have this story from Axios, and actually we were going to lead with the Elon Musk stuff promoting What is Woman. It's massive. 100 million views or whatever. And then I can't remember who, I think, was it you or someone mentioned that
I mentioned it, yeah.
This story, Axios says YouTube reverses misinformation policy to allow U.S. election denialism. And they say the company's confirmed in a reversal of its election integrity policy, YouTube will leave up content that says fraud, errors, or glitches occurred in the 2020 presidential election and other U.S. elections, the company confirmed to Axios on Friday. The election was stolen from Richard Nixon in the 60s. When
Ooh, you think Mayor Daley?
And Hillary Clinton.
Mayor Daley. No, but we started talking about this, and then as soon as we brought it up, Seamus started doing Gollum as Trump saying, "They stole it from us! They took it from us!
My precious.
My precious!" So there you go.
Hold on. He says something else that's really, really wild, and somebody else, I can't remember who it was, says something else that's really, really interesting. So stick around. This is crazy.
I couldn't believe it, but there's a very obvious reason why they're doing this. Donald Trump is likely going to win in 2024. In 2025, he will be inaugurated. They're going to lose their minds. The far left is going to rampage through D.C. and set fires and burn things down like they always do. And then the Democrats are going to come out and they're going to be like, it was stolen from us. Trump's working for Russia, or insert whatever country.
They takes it.
You know, Hillary Clinton's going to be old and scraggly and be like, they stole it from us. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Trying to do late.
Now, I don't really know Tim Pool like that, right? I only know him from videos, right? I've never met the guy. I don't know if he was being sarcastic or joking, but actually I think there's a grain of truth there, right? And I've showed you guys all of the evidence that I've come across, and I've got more. I've got more people from the LGBTQ community, Hispanics, black folks, all leaving the Democrat Party and saying it out loud. Saying it. Right? Even people like Ice Cube. Now, he didn't, he kind of tiptoed around it a little bit, but he basically said that he's not voting Republican, you know? And it's been fantastic to watch all of that. But more importantly than that, you combine that with the polls, with what I read in the comment section of, you know, certain videos and certain posts on social media, which I told you guys, I'm always monitoring social media, especially on big political posts. I go to leftist pages and I see what people are saying. As a matter of fact, literally just today, a leftist page had posted something about Kamala Harris combating, what's it called with the houses? House valuation discrimination, right? And literally, I wish I remembered what page that was on. I would bring it up right now. Oh, man. But anyway, I scrolled through the comment section and literally people were saying, we don't care. We're voting y'all out anyway. Like, this is a leftist page, a Democrat page. We're voting you out anyway. Oh, they only seem to care when the elections start coming around. Like, people are waking up to the truth. So I think Tim Pool is on point when he says that, you know, they understand and realize that the left is about to lose. And the left is going to be very, very angry when they do. And they're going to say some of those things. And if they are banned, it's going to... Could you imagine if, YouTube allegedly kept that policy and then a bunch of leftists, mainstream media all came out and started saying that and they all got banned? I almost would prefer that YouTube keep the policy. Woo, man, that would be funny. But of course, that would be terrible for the establishment. So, allegedly, right, they had to change the rule because they see the writing on the wall. But what do y'all think? Somebody else says something that's very, very interesting. So stick around. We're going to get into that as well.
Lady Gollum on the fly. I have to practice it.
Lady Gollum's a tough one, man.
This new change in policy doesn't change anything for me because I get the feeling that computers were tallying votes 51-49 in private and not telling us and lying, but I have
Allegedly.
no proof. I've never claimed that it is happening. I just sense the burden of proof is on the person that's tallying the votes, in my opinion.
Ian's jumping right into it. He's like, we can talk about it again.
Yes.
We had Steve Bannon on, and Steve Bannon talked about it. And some people are like, aha, now that Axios confirms the policy's gone, Tim's going to finally admit, no, dude, you guys, no. Like, I have never been afraid. I have never held back. I genuinely think they won by changing the rules, by ballot harvesting, by ballot chasing, by lax signature verification. You can call it fraud. I get it. You can say it was stolen. You can say it was rigged and all that stuff. But it doesn't get to the real cause. And here's the problem I always had with it. Right after the election, when Trump is like, it was stolen, it was rigged, there's videos of people in Georgia being like, I'm not voting. Why?
Right here. Actually, I guess it was Tim Pool that said it. I thought somebody else said it. But this is the part that really irks me. And I've talked about this before. Listen to what he says.
Verification. You can call it fraud. I get it. You can say it was stolen. You can say it was rigged and all that stuff. But it doesn't get to the real cause. And here's the problem I always had with it. Listen. Right after the election, when Trump is like, it was stolen, it was rigged, there's videos of people in Georgia being like, I'm not voting. Why? What's the point? And then you lose Georgia to the Democrats and give the Democrats the Senate.
Bingo. At this point in time, anybody that comments that kind of stuff in the comment section, I'm convinced that these folks are low-key Democrats. I really am. Because I've even said, like, cool, if you feel that happened, do something about it. Like, I'm about that action, boss. I'm about action. I'm not going to sit here and just talk and, you mean, like, no, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to be about it. If you're going to talk the talk, walk the walk. That's how we get down. So if you're going to sit here and, they stole it, they did this, they did that, do something. Do something. Go make sure that you're working in these places so that you are in there. Your eyeballs can see. Like, it's not rocket science. I just don't understand. Make sure that you're in some of these positions that are at these locations, right? I'm just saying. I am convinced that these folks are Democrats. Because that will convince Republicans to not go out and do their part. And what does that do? That just ensures Democrats will win. That makes zero sense to me. Zero. The Republicans are supposed to be the party of common sense. Not voting is not common sense. That is stupid. Maybe you are right. Maybe the few folks that say that stuff, maybe they aren't Democrats. Maybe they are right. But maybe they're wrong. That's a possibility. Maybe they are wrong. Okay? And let's say they're wrong. Right? But they think that they're right. So they don't go out and vote. Well, that just ensures Democrats are going to win. At least if you go out and try, you got a shot. What's that basketball saying? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You lose 100% of the elections that you don't vote in, right? Like, maybe you're right, but also maybe you're wrong. I think we should at least try. So anybody coming out saying that stuff, you're a low-key Democrat. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. You're exposed. You're exposed. I am not convinced you are a Republican. Republicans don't roll over and just give it to them like that. Not even Trump. Not even Trump. Not even the guy who came out and was screaming it at the top of his lungs. He's back. It's stronger than ever. Like, not even he's just rolling over. So if you're a true Republican, in my humble opinion, that's not something that you're out here pushing. That's just my opinion. Okay? And I feel pretty strongly on that. Because that does Republicans no good. Oh yeah, they stole it. What good does that do other than demoralize people? It's like what Democrats do to black people when they tell black people, oh, the white supremacist is going to always be there. They're going to always tear you down. Well, what's the point of black people trying to become something in life when all Democrats keep telling young black folks is that the white man's going to come take it from them? It's the same thing when these alleged Republicans tell other Republicans, oh, they're going to steal it anyway. What good comes out of that? Do y'all feel me? Like, am I going psychotic right now? Y'all let me know. Keep it a buck with me. Keep it 100 with me. Be honest. Be honest. Am I a lunatic right now? Talk to me, please.
Because people were just like, it's stolen, it's impossible, and they give up.
Yeah, the narrative is very harmful to the actual solutions, too. I was very happy to see Turning Point Action partnering with Scott Presler now, though. They pledged $5 million for ballot harvesting efforts in collaboration with Scott Presler. This man who's done so much, he's finally going to get paid, hopefully. And
I'll read, we say the super chats, but this is a good one. Kyle Miller says, YouTube reversing the election rule could be so that there are videos to demoralize the right to not vote in 2024.
Oh, interesting.
Completely agree. Right now it's already demoralizing that we know they're doing vote in the park, ballot harvesting, that
Republicans need to do the same thing. I've been saying that whatever Democrats are doing, Republicans need to do the same thing. The same thing. Oh, if you see Democrats out here in the park signing people up, well, get your Republican behinds out there too. What are you doing? Oh, they're out in the park. They're signing people up out in the park. Oh my goodness, Democrats, go out there with them. This frustrates me. It really. I'm sorry, but this really frustrates me. Like, to me, maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. Maybe I'm a lunatic. Because to me, it's common sense. It's common sense. If they're doing it and you're watching them do it, you go do it too. It's legal. In some places, and where it is, you go do it too. As a matter of fact, you do it 10 times better than them. Oh, you're doing it that way? Oh, you're walking? Okay. We're gonna get on some bikes and do it so that we can go to each house faster or go to each park faster than you can. Or we're gonna get, whatever, right? Whatever. Come on, man. Come on. Share this video, please. Share this video. Every Republican in this country needs to see this clip. I'm telling you.
Universal mail-in voting was unconstitutional in Pennsylvania for a period, and then the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania ruled that it was allowed, which I still think is ridiculous because their constitution actually says you can't do this. It changed a few words and then they made it legal. Then they did ballot harvesting. If you just say that it was stolen and you can't win, people give up. If you say, hey, if you do what they did, you'll actually win. So here's what I think. I actually think there's no way they can win in 2024 as of right now, pending any variable changes. I think if the election were to happen today, the Republicans would win. However, we'll see what happens. Just wait a few years. The left will clip that one thing and rip out the other context of me saying as of right now. My point is, the Republicans have heavily learned. Ron DeSantis and Trump have both said they're going to ballot harvest. Right. You add on the economy, the war.
Smart move. Do what they do. Anything and everything that is legal, you do it too. I'm happy Uncle Trump has said that. So even Uncle Trump realizes, which is one of the reasons why I'm supporting Uncle Trump. I feel like this is a Trump 2.0. This guy is on his A game. On his A game. And if you're on your A game, you're going to say, oh, if they're doing it, I'm not going to sit around and complain about it. I'm going to go do it too. Oh, y'all want a ballot harvest? Okay, you change the rules. Fine. First time around, we didn't want to do it. Y'all changed the rules, you won. But now we've seen you. We've seen your strategies. And we've come up with some better ones. Let the best man win. Like, come on. Just saying.
The war's bad. Bad for Biden. Biden is screwing things up.
For Biden.
When Afghanistan happened, the surrender, his approval rating flipped. It was all of a sudden Biden was causing problems. They don't have anyone.
Yeah.
They don't. And if the best they can RFK Jr., who's actually polling pretty decently, but he is very anti the establishment Democrats.
I think a lot of Republicans would vote for RFK as well, but they're not going to for a very shallow reason. I think he's got a serious disadvantage because of his voice, which sounds very shallow, but I think if he had the same ideas and he was in a different body, he would perform much better.
Yeah, the voice is a big part of it.
It's like a reverse JFK next.
The voice is a big part of it, but even I've said in the past that I wonder what a Trump RFK ticket would actually look like. Now, I will admit I haven't done the most research on RFK. I've heard a few clips here or there. I haven't seen any full speeches, so I don't know his thought process on everything, admittedly. But from the little bit that I have heard, he sounds more like a Republican than a Democrat. So it confuses me a little bit that he's even running as a Democrat. So I feel like there's something that I'm missing. So for anyone that has done more research on RFK Jr. than I have, please inform me in the comment section. Why is he running as a Democrat, but he sounds like a Republican? What am I missing? There's something I'm missing. I realize that, I understand that, but I don't know what it is because I haven't sat down and watched full speeches, of him. I've just seen, shorter clips here or there of him speaking, and everything sounds great. Like I said, he sounds more like a Republican than a Democrat, but he's still running as a Democrat, which just confuses the crap out of me. Tell me what I'm missing, please, or tell us all what we're missing.
It's a talking job, so that's a good point.
Of all the presidential announcements that I've heard so far from DeSantis and Trump, I mean, Trump's presser was pretty lackluster too. If you listen to RFK's, because I listened to his entire, it was 75, 90 minutes on Twitter Spaces, and it was phenomenal. It was really, really good. So yes, I agree with you that there will be superficial analysis that says, I can't, what's up with this dude's voice? But if you actually listen to the content of his words, it's incredible.
There's also
one of the best candidates.
To be fair, even though he does say some good things, he's still a Democrat. He's still on the left. He's not a social conservative. So, as a conservative, I would not vote for him.
But
I think Trump
Now, here's the thing. If our election was RFK versus Trump, I think our country would be in a better position, right? Mm-hmm. So I think the Democrats are horrible. He's certainly less horrible than the rest of them. I prefer his positions to theirs. So, yeah, I think he would be a step in the right direction for the Democratic Party, but they don't want the right direction, and that's why they're in the Democratic Party.
I think Trump is very much like liberal. I don't think left-right. I don't know if those terms really.
Fair.
I mean, and he just ran as a Republican because he's I got a better chance in there than going with the DNC deciding who's going to be the candidate. Yeah. But do you think so? It's the same thing with RFK? Because I don't think of him as he could easily be a Republican. I wouldn't know the difference.
Interesting. So I hear what you're saying about Trump. You're absolutely correct that Trump is not the most conservative or right-wing politician in America. Far from it, even though he's been maligned by the media as just being this far-right fascist type. I like him as far as the other.
Which is great because I don't think he would get elected if he was a staunch, you know what I mean? Republican, especially because of the way that, Republicans have been demonized in this country. So the fact that he isn't exactly that, I think really does help him. But that's just my opinion.
candidates go. There's a couple comments he's made on abortion, especially recently, that have been kind of disheartening for me. But look, I mean, he appointed the judges that ended up overturning Roe v. Wade. Like, we can attribute a good amount of that victory to Donald Trump. So even though he's not perfect, I do still like him a lot. But you're right. It is a little bit strange to adopt that vernacular and call Trump like a right winger or a conservative, because his positions really aren't that conservative as, you know, compared to what we would consider to be conservative like 10 years ago. Right? He's like a New York Democrat in a lot of ways.
I think he's being very strategic on the abortion issue, though, because you do have to get over the affluent suburban moms and females.
Yeah, he said it himself. He literally, as a matter of fact, I think it was the video that I dropped yesterday. Trump literally said it himself. He touched it and then he moved on. He said, we still do have to get elected, right? And then he moved on to something else. He said something along those lines. So, like, he recognized, like, you can't be, you know, super crazy on this because you're just not going to get elected. The goal should be to win first, and then you do things once you're in office. Like, that's why I said Trump is on his A game. Trump is on his A game. He's seen what the Democrats do in their strategies and what they, you know what I mean, how they operate. He's implemented some of those things into the way he operates. He's touched up some things here, touched up some things there. Bro, Trump 2.0, man. He can't be beat. He can't be beat, right? It's impossible. So, yeah, he's touched on it for sure.
Females, especially in swing states like Pennsylvania. I think he's being very strategic about that. President Trump was one of the most pro-life presidents we ever had, undoubtedly. So I think his rhetoric around it is very deliberate because it is going to be an obstacle in those affluent suburban areas if you're going hard on abortion. And you can't really be in politics without playing politics.
It's possible.
Bingo. It's an unfortunate fact, but it is. Can't be in politics without playing politics, and Trump has learned some lessons from Democrats on how to play politics. Like, and I've said this before, you play the game to win, the game of politics. You play it to win. Once you win, then you can actually do exactly what it is that you want to do, right? Democrats do it all the time, and I've called them out on it all the time. That's all they do, right? And then you got Republicans, well, we're going to... And then they end up losing. Like, the goal should be to win. This country is this far away from sinking into an abyss that we will never come out of. Win the game. Some people, some Republicans, some conservatives may not like that being said. I get it, right? I get it. I understand where you're coming from. But hear me out. Win the game. Then, as Democrats do, you can do what you want to. Once you've actually won the game and you're in position to do what you need to do, then you don't have to play politics. You could be your true self. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
I still don't know if it's justified or I agree with it, but I do agree with you that could be his strategy. Maybe it's an attempt, but maybe it's what he believes. I don't know.
7 minutes ago, we were all laughing and pouring wine and we're talking about abortion.
Yeah. Well, look.
Yeah, we're going to end that there. But yes, please let me know your thoughts and your opinions on the changing of this policy. What do you think the true intention is or was, allegedly, if it is changed? And do you guys think I'm right on the money when I say that it does Republicans no good to continually push this? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Make sure you guys share this video. All Republicans need to see this video. Hit the arrow button down below. You can copy the link and literally paste it anywhere you want. You can text it to a friend, DM it to a friend. Hey, send it to your neighbor. Send it to your neighbor. If you got some Republican neighbors, send it to them. Don't send it to your Democrat friends because they're going to want to push this stuff even more to try to demoralize Republicans. All right? I think they see the writing on the wall, and it ain't looking good. I can't wait. Peace and love. I'm out.